All right, I'm going to draw a parallel here because I think there are parallels between two players, but there are also significant differences. Aaron Rodgers and Zach Ertz.
Mm-hmm.
Both are questionable whether they're going to show up for camp. Both are still on their team's rosters and have to show up if they want to get paid this year, if they don't want to retire, and neither one of them looks like they want to retire. But as you correctly pointed out, the Packers don't want to trade Aaron Rodgers. The Eagles probably do want to trade Zach Ertz, although every once in a while you get a quote, hey, if Zach comes back, we're good. We think Zach's going to have a bounce-back year. No, they want to move on from Zach Ertz, but they want a specific return for Zach Ertz, and as of now, Howie Roseman hasn't been able to make that happen. Leverage is the two things that the players have in common. Both sides think they have leverage. The Eagles think they have leverage because what is Zach Ertz going to do? Not show up? He might. Aaron Rodgers might show up. He might not. Who knows? But it's a different scenario because the Eagles actually want to trade Zach Ertz. It seems like they're waiting for someone to get hurt and someone else's necessary need gets increased, and that will increase their return. You ever get lucky that way? Holding on to a guy just waiting for someone else to go down, and then I'll get what I want in return. It seems like a pretty risky way to do business.
Well, in terms of that happening, the Eagles, it happened to them in the most fortuitous way in the history of the sport, in my opinion. Sam Bradford for a one. I mean, that was one of the great trades in the history of the sport because a team got its starter hurt and they leveraged it. And Howie is a great negotiator when he has leverage. So here he has no leverage. If Zach Ertz if they had a good deal for Zach Ertz, he would have been gone a long time ago. I think what happens is he doesn't ever hit the practice field. Now, does that mean he's traded before camp starts? Not necessarily. They may excuse him until they get the deal they want. And again, if it's waiting for an injury, that may take a while. If it's just taking whatever you can get, getting into training camp 2 days and letting teams see what they got, I don't know. I just don't see him taking the field as an Eagle, but that may not happen by training camp.
Let me hop in there. You say they may excuse him. I thought we were told this season, new CBA agreement, that you can't waive fines for guys not showing up. That if you don't show up, the team can't wink and a nod and say, we're going to fine you every single day. As soon as we get this worked out, we're not going to fine you. You'll get all that money back. Yeah. They can't do that anymore. So where does excusing him from showing up come in?
Yeah, maybe it's not excusing him from showing up. It's excusing him from getting on the field. Now, he may not be down with the plan of just standing. But again, this is all about, and I think this has been the problem with Aaron and the Packers. This is all about open and honest communication. I don't know how it's been with Howie and the agents for Ertz, how it's been with the coaches and Ertz. Are we all on the same page? If we are, fine. And he'll stand around if he has to and sit in the training room while they practice, whatever. But we just have to see where this goes.
You talked about leverage, Andrew, and you bring up the Sam Bradford trade. Teddy Bridgewater goes down, I think, 11 days before the start of the regular season. So that was tremendous leverage.
Mm-hmm.
For a team that thought it was a contender and needed a quarterback on top of it. When we talk about Zach, coming off his worst season, obviously, he's past 30 now. We know how this league feels about players post 30. And it's that time of the season where everybody's budgeted, everybody's made their plans for the most part, obviously little wiggle room. So at what point does an executive say, I don't have the leverage, I have to cut bait? Or is that, can you be hurt by the philosophy of just trying to win every trade, trying to win every contract at all costs?
Yeah, I think that can happen. I mean, I just think, there may have been an offer for Ertz before. I would think there had to been before the draft, during the draft. And now they're going to have to deal with, are they going to get the same thing? Obviously, they're not going to get the value of the draft because if they got a draft pick, they could have used it. Now they got to wait a year. So if they get a third, that's like getting a fourth because they can't use it for a year. So yeah, that could happen.